Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro series, where today we're here to help you ace your upcoming interview for the role of housing manager. This video will guide you through common questions you might face, offering tips and examples to help you stand out. Let's dive right in with our first question. Can you recall a time when you had to mediate a dispute between tenants and how you handled the situation? This question is designed to assess your conflict resolution skills and your ability to maintain a harmonious living environment. Here are some key strategies to consider when answering this question. Remain impartial and ensure you listen to both sides without bias. Clarify the core issues by summarizing each tenant's perspective. Encourage tenants to propose their own solutions. Facilitate a compromise that acknowledges the interests of both parties. Check back after the resolution to ensure the solution is effective. Now, let's look at an example of how you might structure your answer.
Recently, I dealt with a situation where two tenants had noise complaints. I met with each tenant separately to hear their concerns, then brought them together for a discussion. I facilitated the conversation, guiding them to agree on designated quiet hours. After a week, I followed up to ensure they were satisfied with the arrangement.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Housing Manager. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Could you share an example of how you've successfully managed a team of staff or contractors within a housing project? This question aims to evaluate your leadership and team management skills, especially in the context of housing projects. Here's how you can effectively answer this question. Pick a specific project to highlight your management role. Showcase your leadership style and communication methods. Explain how you set clear goals and kept track of progress. Discuss any challenges or conflicts and how you resolve them. Wrap up with the project's outcome and the success of your team. Here's an example to guide you in formulating your answer.
In my last project managing a 50-unit development, I led a team of contractors by holding weekly progress meetings. This allowed us to set clear objectives and address any issues promptly. When a subcontractor fell behind schedule, I worked with them to create a recovery plan, which ultimately helped us finish on time and within budget.
Tell us about a time when you went above and beyond to improve tenant satisfaction. This question allows you to demonstrate your commitment to tenant relations and customer service. To craft a strong response, consider these suggestions. Identify a specific incident where you directly interacted with tenants. Explain the actions you took to address their concerns or needs. Highlight any measurable outcomes or positive feedback received. Share how this experience influenced your approach to tenant relations. Keep your response concise and focused on your contribution. Take a look at this example to help you frame your response.
In my previous role, a tenant expressed dissatisfaction with the heating system during a cold snap. I arranged for an immediate technician visit, provided temporary heaters, and followed up with the tenant to ensure comfort. They later commended our quick response in a survey, improving our rating.
How would you handle the situation if two tenants are consistently complaining about each other? This question is meant to explore your problem-solving skills and ability to manage tenant conflicts effectively. Here are some strategies to help you tackle this question. Listen to both tenants individually to understand their perspectives. Facilitate a meeting between the tenants to encourage open communication. Identify common ground and areas of compromise during the discussion. Document the complaints and resolutions for future reference. Follow up with both parties to ensure the situation has improved. Let's go through an example of how you might respond.
I would first meet with each tenant separately to hear their concerns. Then I would arrange a joint meeting to facilitate open dialogue and help them find common ground. Finally, I would document the conversation and follow up to ensure resolution.
What steps would you take if a maintenance emergency occurred during off hours? This question assesses your ability to handle unexpected situations and your responsiveness in emergencies. Consider these steps when addressing this scenario. Immediately assess the severity of the emergency. Contact the on-call maintenance team for urgent repairs. Communicate clearly with residents about the situation. Document the incident and actions taken for follow-up. Follow up on repairs during normal business hours to ensure resolution. Here's an example to illustrate how you might handle such a situation.
If a maintenance emergency occurs, I would first assess how serious it is. I'd then get in touch with the on-call maintenance staff to address the issue. After that, I'd inform residents about what happened and what to expect. Finally, I'd make sure to document everything for review later.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.